I relapsed. So bro, the past 2 months were literally the best 2 months of my life, right? I was checking every single goal I have, meditating, journaling, working out, reading every single day, right? Going to sleep early. I'm very confident, right? I have very good social skills, and I felt like I was really the best version of myself in those 2 months because these past 2 months, right? I was completely off of all bad habits, including, watching porn and fapping, right? And this is like the habit I struggle with, like the most out of all of the habits, right? And I was completely off of, watching porn and fapping, right? And those were the best 2 months of my life. Like I was so confident, my social skills were the best they had ever been. It was amazing. But the past 2 days, right, 2 days ago, I'm in my room and I feel like this, I have this so much testosterone inside me, right? I'm so horny, right? I have so much, desire to have sex, right? And I have this, like all these massive urges while I'm journaling, while I'm meditating especially. And like my block is journal and then meditate, and then it was a rest day, so I was doing like some yoga, right? And while I'm meditating, I have all these urges in my head, but I'm refocusing back on my breath, right? And what happened was I finished my meditation, and now it's time for yoga, right? Doing some stretching and recovery. So I'm searching and I see this, let's just say, very attractive woman doing yoga, and I get the biggest urge ever, and I open a video and I relapse. Just like that, man. But this time I learned a very, very important lesson. I'm not gonna lie, bro, I just felt terrible, honestly. Like, when you're doing like a very, very long streak, even though I hate that word, but like doing like a very long streak, you're going 1, 2, 3 months off of any bad habit, not just porn. But then you just get a massive urge and then you just do it, right? And it goes all over your bed sheets. It's just disgusting, man. Like porn and masturbation and fapping, it's the worst habit. It's the worst habit of all, especially for young men. It destroys everything, man. It destroys your confidence, your social skills, your everything. Like your sexual energy. It's your manhood, man. It destroys your manhood. And then it happens, I feel like crap, but whatever, right? The next day, which is yesterday, I wake up, I do my morning routine, I'm doing everything right. But then I'm laying in bed. And then, me and my family go to church and I pray, for God to forgive me and all these things, right? But then, and I feel pretty good now, I just got over it, and I prayed for the Lord to forgive me, and it's fine, right? But I come back from church and I'm at home and I'm laying in bed alone with nothing to do, and I feel so horny in bed. I have this massive urge again and I relapse again. Now imagine that, right? Imagine that, like you found a way to stop, watching porn and fapping and masturbating completely, right? And it's been working for 2 months plus. Like it was working for like, I don't know, like 60 or 70 days, right? So long. You've been off of this crap for so long, this thing that's destroying you for so long, and then you do it again. But I learned such an important lesson in that moment, which was, if this was me in the past, I would always say, nah, man, why did I do that? I would feel so guilty, and, especially me, I'm such a perfectionist in these things, so I just, bash myself and I whip myself, why did that happen? I have so much guilt and regret on what I did, right? But this time, I told myself, you know what, get over it. Get over it. Don't let life, David Goggins says this, which I love: don't let life hijack your brain. Get over it, move past it. You know, we will always have hard times, we will always have problems. Just get over it, man. Restart, autopilot, right? Like, don't let life affect you in this way. And this is what I was doing for so long. You know, every time I would do a bad habit, or, you know, play video games, or, you know, watch porn, or do any of these bad habits, I'd always whip myself, man. Why did I do that? Why did I go back to this? Why did I become complacent again? But the thing is, if you have such high expectations, of course you're gonna fail. Of course you're gonna fail. But you're gonna fail and fail and fail and fail until you succeed. And that's what I learned. You know, I have these massive goals to have discipline in a world of instant gratification, to stop all these bad habits that are controlled by multi-trillion-dollar industries, right? To stop doing them, not for 1 day or 2 days or 10 days, forever. I want to stop these things forever. And I'm trying to find the way to actually to quit all addictions, to quit, you know, video games, to quit junk food, to quit, you know, porn and masturbation. I'm trying to find out these things. But of course I'll fail. And I'm making this video to show you that, bro, I'm not special. You know, I believe I am. You know, sometimes I believe I am special, but I'm not. I promise I'm not. I fail, I make mistakes. But what separates me from everyone is I'm willing to do this for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And I will never give up, man. So that's all I did. You know, all I did, I just told myself, you know what? Get over it, move past it. Don't let it affect you. You know, pray to God to forgive you, right? Find out, of course, find out what you did wrong. Find out what was the mistake, what was the trigger, what made you go wrong. You know, readjust the framework that we're using and try again. Because, you know, David Goggins, he said this. He said, I don't look at failure as failure. I look at failure as your first, second, third, fourth, fifth attempt, right? But what happened today, bro, and this was so interesting. I woke up and today is like day one of this journey of not doing it, right? Because I restarted my streak, if you call it that, whatever, right? I wake up and I'm getting ready, you know, putting on my clothes to school. And when I went to school, I was social with everybody. You know, I felt very confident. I felt pretty good about myself. And everyone, you know, it's kind of like everyone sees that, so they treat you good as well. And I was like, yeah. Like, the problem is, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time of being such a perfectionist that when you do just a little mistake, you feel so guilty, you have so much regret about what you did. But I promise you, like, when you just tell yourself, because you will fail, like me and you, we will fail. Like, we're living in we are practicing discipline in a world of instant gratification, which is an extremely hard thing to do. But it's not impossible, and we can do it. And that's why if we do it, we will get everything we want, right? But we will fail. We will fail on this journey. But guess what? We will fail and fail and fail until we succeed. And all winners have failed, by the way. Michael Jordan has failed. J.K. Rowling has failed. Every single successful person has failed. Because at the end of failure is success. But yeah, I'm really making this video, bro, to keep myself accountable and to show you that I'm not perfect, to show you that, yeah, I make mistakes. And this video is the mark for the end. Like, I'll never do that again, you know? I know the framework now. I know every single, you know, cause of me, you know, doing these things. So yeah, I won't do it again. And I'm holding myself accountable to that. And guess what? Even if I do it again, I'll fail and I'll learn. And I'll make the framework even better. So yeah, I'm just making this video to hold myself accountable and to help you on your self-improvement journey. As always, we're in this together, and we will make it.